it floats back to you. The love boat, soon we'll be making another run. The love boat promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure, your mind on a new romance. And love won't hurt anymore.
Hilda.
Oh, a minute. I've lost you. Just a minute. I'm just getting it back now. Got it. Okay, here I am.
Lovely. They're on that lovely beach.
Let me put the light.
Oh,
In fact, I've got a question for John when he gets back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so a question. So if I change your name and put in Hilda, is that a yes or no on that?
Yeah, you can put that in if you like. Or I prefer super tart. I think more people
yeah.
more people knew me as super tart. I think.
Got it. Thanks. All I want to know. Good.
You know, a few years ago, I was at one of the pensioners things, and Miles was there, the purser. I don't know if any of you remember him. I was on the Spirit when he was there, but he always he was having a meeting one morning. It was on the first time we was out in the States, and we were coming up to I think it was Independence Day or something. It was when pumpkin pie's on the menu. So his office door was open, and he's got his meeting going on in the office, and in the bureau side there was a senior AP, I think it was Dave Collins, sat there, had been on the big drinks the night before, got his head in his hands like this, just partly listening to what was said. He said all of a sudden, he said, I heard the person say, and his super tart genned up on this pumpkin pie business. He said, I couldn't believe my ears. He said he's referring to the chief baker as super tart.
I know I spelled his name wrong, Dave, before you tell me. I got it right. It was a typo.
Oh, super.
I didn't put the okay, Herbert.
Separate.
Yeah, I know. Hebert, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just silly sometimes. I type too quick. Got it. How's that?
John, super name Herbert.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, well done, Davey. You're getting
I didn't do that. I'm going to have to edit this out.
just put in super tart.
No, just talk amongst yourselves. It's all fine. I got you know how the computers do things for you, right?
They do. They're very helpful.
They do things you don't want them to do sometimes.
Most of the time.
I went on one turn looking for a flight, and I put in Virgin, thinking of Virgin aircraft. You should have seen what come up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll keep that in because it's funny, isn't it, Dave?
Yes, it is, Johnny. Very funny.
It is funny.
Yeah. And as you say, it's a live show. Or not. Oh, admit. Hang on.
I got him.
Oh, Brendan Books are coming in.
Brendan.
Oh, Brendan. Lovely.
Hi, guys.
Nice coloured top.
I was going to say, oh, you beat me to it. I thought, yeah, this is very mustard. Yeah, very, very mustard there, Brendan.
Let me put a capital B on Brendan's name.
Yeah, it's my mustard moment.
Brendan Coleman.
Oh,
Very good,
Well,
Dave. You're on form already.
he knows
Coming in.
he knows his mustard, that boy.
Very mustard. Oh, hang on, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Steve is coming in. Yeah, he's there. He's there.
This is going to be it.
Hello,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Good afternoon, one and all, or good
Hi,
evening.
Charles.
Evening,
Oh.
Charlie.
Good to see you.
Evening.
Stephen.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, you.
Are you all okay?
Yes, we are. Only with you here now.
Why am I back to front, David?
No, you're looking fine, Stephen.
The crew bar is.
No, it is for you, but on our screens, you're the other way around.
Good, Steve.
Oh,
Looking
okay.
as young and pretty as ever, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's no answer to that. Actually, Super Tart might know the answer for that one. Can you explain that, please? Back to front and all the rest of it.
Well, will you know what I mean when I say you should have gone to Specsave?
Yeah.
Oh dear, great.
This Ronaldo throwing a tantrum for getting substituted, Steve.
Oh,
know.
yes.
Didn't like it. You signed these divas.
Yeah,
Well, to be quite honest with you, Brendan, I think it's the job's too big for Solskjaer, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, really?
yeah. Oh yeah, this is coming straight from the Stratford end.
Yeah.
I think he's done what he can. He's not tactically correct for me. He's not
Who
using the.
would you like to have in, Steve?
He's
Same
what, sorry?
with Arteta.
Who would you have in?
Well, Conte's available apparently. He's looking for somewhere. Conte, who was at Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
It'd be good, but he'd ship a load of them out, though.
Mm.
Well, he might get rid of the Deadwood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Steve,
yeah.
is that fellow still sat in front of you at the Stratford end? You know, he's got a bit more, a bit of verbal.
Not seen him this season, actually, Dave.
No, because he might have an opinion on who should come in. I was lucky enough to go to see who was it we saw? Wigan, wasn't it, in the FA Cup? Yeah. And I luckily Steve managed to get me to sit next to him at the old Stratford end. It was a great experience. But this lad, he kept getting up and down, giving it all the way through the game. And I said, "Is he there all season?" And Steve said he's been here for flipping years. Oh, Witsy, great. This is good to see, Graham. He's coming in.
I think Diane's trying to get in.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, Sue.
And we got, Sue, a Spaniel.
From sunny Spain.
Yeah. Charlie, how's it out in Bermuda?
Very humid at the moment.
Right. So it's quite hot, but not a bit overcast, is it?
Yeah.
A bit sweaty.
A little bit overcast, yeah. It's probably 80 plus degrees.
Flipping heck. Right. Yeah. It was a bit windy around our way. Was it around your boys?
Well, we've had that storm here for the last few days anyway. That storm's been going by here, and it's Sam. It's on its way over to you guys now.
Lovely.
Cheers. Thanks, Charlie.
Very much.
No
Cheers. We're opening it, open arms.
We're done with it now anyway, so it's all yours.
Cheers. Hello, Sue.
Hi there, David. How are you?
All the better. Good to see you.
Yeah. I liked the video when you went on the ship up Scotland way. That was really cool.
Oh yeah. No,
he's going back tomorrow.
I am, honestly. Yeah, I'm back.
Going back, Dave.
One more week. Another week.
I knew it. You'd never keep him away. He's like Frank Sinatra, all these flipping comebacks.
Brendan, we're the highest paid pot washers at sea.
I know.
My mate Bobby and I are known as celebrity pot wash.
Passing your cabin as well?
Oh yeah, got a passy cabin this time. Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. It'd be great.
I hope you've got a wine account as well.
It's all there. Honestly, John, the full works. It should be good fun.
So just to get this right then, you're going to be paid one of the highest wages. You're in the pot wash.
Yeah.
And you've got a top of the range cabin.
I know. It's
I think he should be called Super Pot Wash.
I wouldn't complain. I think that's excellent.
Yeah, super pot.
We didn't get that sort of treatment in the 70s, did we?
No, it's
a bit different.
No, I know. Yeah.
Brilliant.
He seems to have frozen up. Are you there, Graham?
Witsy, I hope he does come in. It was nice to see.
Oh, brilliant.
Recording.
He's disappeared. Well, he did message me the other day to check
He's trying again.
Login was.
Right.
He's trying again.
Log in. Well, let's hope so.
Can you tell me where's Graham from? From what ship, Dave?
Hello, can you hear me?
It was a
We can hear you, Graham. We can't.
Canberra Sea Princess, Arcadia.
Yeah. Did he do the Sea Princess?
Yes.
Yeah. But I knew Canberra. And Pete, you knew him on the Ark, didn't you?
And the Sea Princess.
And the Sea Princess.
Let's try and get him on. Can you just go to your audio, Graham, and have a look? Just click on audio.
No, yes.
He's his video. He's got his audio.
Video,
on.
sorry,
Video,
video,
not
video.
switched
I beg your
He's
pardon,
just turned
video.
it off. It's on.
Yeah.
Video.
Try it, hopefully.
Video.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, we can hear you at least.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Sent him a message to start his video.
You can hear us.
You may need to get out of it and then rejoin and
Yeah.
go for that.
Didn't this missus sort it out for him last time?
She did, Pete. Yeah.
Is she still there?
Yes.
She is. She's cursing me.
Diane said, apologies, I may not be able to turn 2 this evening, chaps, but I'm love hearing turn 2.
She wants to turn to. Oh my God. Well,
We'll have to start issuing we'll have to have people up for logins, I think. We're not turning through.
can I be first?
Yeah.
That's what they all
He
say.
said flog, not flog.
Oh, no, Charlie's. There's Charlie. It's all right.
But Graham's disappeared again, so maybe
Maybe
it's
he'll
like
try
something
to get back
he might ring me or message me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Carry on, Dave.
Well, look, I was going to ask, actually, I was going to ask Brendan. Brendan, obviously, thanks for when you came down after the luncheon and you and Steve with Sherry and you took Pat over for lunch on the cliff top, not far from where Scotty, Scotty's sister lives, not far from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank you two boys, especially for looking after Pat while I was away on the train journey.
Well, it was our pleasure. The restaurant and the location was fantastic.
Yeah,
and they put on an air show for us as well, Dave.
That's right. The Bournemouth Air Show was on that day, and all the aircraft, I think they were looping around.
Yeah.
Said they sort of leaned out the window, said, Pat, is this okay? Is this low enough, or do you want us a bit higher?
No, some fella
We had all these sort of World War II bombers and everything coming round. It was great. Turned up. We told them to clear off because it was too noisy.
It upsets me because I arranged all of that and I didn't get any of the benefit.
So a guy dipped his head out the plane and went, ooh, cooey.
Get back in, you Lulu.
Cheers, Steve. You do that better than the video.
Oh, thanks.
It was very, very nice. Great choice.
No, it was great. Lovely. No, it was not lovely. It was good for me to know, Oh, Graham's coming in as well as Donut. Great.
I hope Colin's got a joke lined up this week, a decent one.
Yeah, but listen, it got out of hand last week, all those other stupid ones.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
That was very, very good last week. I like that. Well, Colin's coming with you.
We've got half of Colin. We're okay. We've got half of him.
Well, that's hello, Colin.
Hello,
there he is.
All right.
Fine.
That's good.
Good to see you, Colin.
Having a good day.
Yeah.
We are.
Good, Colin, yeah.
Good.
We've got.
How are the fish, Colin?
They're surviving. They're pretty good. They're doing well. I need to do a water exchange tomorrow.
Ooh.
And what about the fish tank?
Yes, that as well. Yeah.
Thanks the old bag, Colin.
we have a thing with our fish is they do keep breeding, which is it's a crossover between them producing and the other ones dying. So we've got another 4 or 5 that have appeared overnight. Mm-hmm. Tiny little ones. So
that's maintaining the status quo in a tank, is it?
It is. That's what's happening. Yeah.
Is it the babies that are dying as well as being produced?
They're being eaten by the other fish.
They get eaten by the other fish.
Right.
What's supposed to happen is that you're supposed to isolate the babies, but we found that they just survive anyway because it's such a big tank they can hide.
Yeah.
Did anybody have a fish tank on board ship while they was at sea?
I remember somebody used. Didn't Timmy Sloper have one?
I had one as well on the Aronze in the late 60s.
Really?
Yeah, and I had it up on this shelf there, and I got a heater and everything in there and whatever. Anyway, there was one of the fish, as you say, was breeding, and it was ready for these babies. So I took it out of the tank, and I had this thing that had got sort of a little container thing like that, where the fish was in the top, but the small fish could drop through the bottom, so that because the mothers would eat them as well. Anyway, I did all that, and I kept the mother separate in another tank, and I put a heater in it, and went down to the galley and one thing or another, come back up, and there was no thermostat on this heater. Of course, it cooked the poor mother. The wicked buggers on board putting all sorts of things up in my cabin, parsley sauce, tartar sauce, all sorts of things.
Didn't Manchester Mick have one, or Tim Sloper?
Yes, he did. Manchester Mick did.
It was Manchester Mick.
Yes,
yeah. The fish tank.
That was it. Was a good fish tank. That there was it was a social venue with a great backdrop.
Yeah. It's all right having a fish tank. I mean, I was sort of on mid deck, and you got a bit of bad weather. Of course, the water started going in it.
Yes.
Well, I also had a budgerigar as well, which was never actually in the cage, and I had this perch stuck to the wall at the bottom of my bed with a bit of cardboard and that fixed underneath it to catch the droppings. And anyway, this night the ship was rolling, and I put the lights on where water's coming out the tank, the budgerigars flying around the cabin. I didn't know what to grab first, the budgerigar or the fish tank. There was water all over the place, and it was a bad night that night.
They used to keep a lot of animals on board, didn't they? There are all sorts of animals.
Yeah. On Tuesday, they had a cat in the storeroom called Stuart. It was supposed to be a rat catcher.
Really?
Remember that, Phil? You was on the Tuesday and then, wasn't you?
Oh, hang on, Phil. Phil, are you there, Phil?
I remember one evening there was a heavy night going on in the crew bar on the Sun Princess, and they had the goat or the sheep, I think it was a sheep, ready for slaughter and Ramadan. They used to keep it on the mooring deck, John, underneath there. Do you remember, tied up?
Goat.
Wasn't it a goat, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of that. And they untied it and brought it into the crew bar.
There was one turn there, they put it into the second engineer's cabin. Willie Dempster, do you remember that, Phil? I think you had something to do with it.
Do.
Only Willie Dempster, when he woke up the next morning, could hear this meh. I looked around, he said, there's a bloody goat there shitting on the floor. He said, I've seen cockroaches crawling up the bulkhead, but never a goat shitting on the floor on the deck.
Wasn't there an incident with a chicken in somebody's drinks cabinet? One of the officers or something. I think Peter Pratt might be able to tell this one.
Oh, I've heard of chickens being stuck in the wardrobe.
Yes, thing like that. And this
for several days.
This officer wheeled in one night, and they stuck the chicken in his drinks cabinet. And of course, he opened the drinks cabinet and said, "Would you like a drink?" And this chicken flew out. Went, "Oh my God!" Flapping all around the cabin. I don't think he got anywhere that night.
Probably not. No.
I remember my wife. I remember my wife got upset when she saw the goats on the mooring deck.
Yeah, for Ramadan.
Yeah.
Yes, Ramadan. Yeah.
Ramadan, yeah.
It's a lovely curry, though.
A lot of people used to get upset about that, actually.
Well, they did, but it was allowed, wasn't it?
What, the sheep or the goat was upset?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember, Phil? You would remember. They had do you remember when they took the fruit machines? They put the fruit machines in the Goanese mess. We had fruit machines for the crew, and the profits went to the crew bar or the crew club. That was it. And they put 2 fruit machines without asking the Goanese mess or the Goanese crew. We put 2 fruit machines in there, thinking that the Goanese will gamble as well. But they got very upset. They set fire to them.
Wow.
They set fire to these 2 fruit machines. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I remember that. Really, there was uproar because obviously there was a fire, but there was
What ship
equally,
was that
so
on
you,
then?
you haven't asked us if we wanted one in there, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know where all the money for the crew club's gone, because you must admit, Super Tarts seems to have not got a nice place to stay now.
He's on the beach in Goa right now.
Yeah.
I wish.
Where was that then, Brendan? Because
Sun Princess.
on,
They put 4 machines in. They put 2 in the European crew mess, and they put 2 in the Goanese mess.
I don't remember any being in the Goanese mess.
Yeah, they were. They were definitely in there because they set fire. There was uproar.
Yeah, perhaps it's when I was on leave. I don't remember that. I only remember the 2 in the.
Yeah.
I know Sea Princess was 2 in the crew bar.
Yeah.
Oriana, there was 2.
Made a lot of money for the crew club.
And there was 1 in the lead man's bar. Canberra, I think, was only in the crew bar.
Let's try it on the time.
That used to pay for our free discos and the golden scoop numbers and all the rest of it. I mean, I think probably the only ship where I used to put money into the bingo and that sort of thing instead of taking it out, because it boosted the prizes and kept everybody interested.
Didn't they buy a ski boat at one point?
We had the jukebox in the crew bar.
They put that in there after I was finished with the club, I think, and took the machines out, and the club went broke within a couple of cruises, I believe, after I left. So
I think Kevin used to take care of the jukebox. Kevin the caveman.
Oh yeah.
Printer.
What, he took over? What, he was in charge of the fruit
We bought this jukebox. Obviously, we bought this jukebox.
Oh.
And put it in the crew bar, but Kevin was sort of in charge of putting the records in or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember there ever being a jukebox in there.
In the new crew bar. Were you there for the new crew bar, Colin?
Yeah, when it changed over to the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, why don't I remember that? Okay, never mind. Maybe I didn't frequent it so often.
And what about what happened with the European crew, the crew bar as was?
It was made into a bigger mess room, basically, because you had the Italians as well.
I think it was an extended mess room, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, because we had the Italians eating there as well.
Well, they had more
British,
European crew as well, because
the housekeeping, the stewards, didn't they?
bedroom stewards and whatever, because they took all the goings off and when they put the Europeans on, that was just before I was taken off.
Was the Chinese mess, wasn't it?
That's right.
What was left? There was a little bit of the back.
That was still there. That remained there, I think.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of the back.
I remember the
Hong Kong
Chinese.
Hilton.
They caught a sea snake once off the after end, and they come running into the crew mess with the sea snake, and they dropped it, and it was on the deck. And you never seen so many European crew get out of their chairs so quickly and up onto the tables. And this Chinese fitter, he was on the deck. He grabbed hold of this snake with and there was guys on the pot. Another one with a. It was in the pot before you knew it. But that was quite funny.
Brandon, so we got a special. We've got to acknowledge now perseverance, Graham Witts. Although you're disguised as Andrew now.
My dear friend,
can you hear and see me now?
Yes,
we can see. Yeah,
that's the technology of having a wife.
We actually forgot that you used the name Angie on a Sunday.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
I'm on her iPad thing. I don't know why mine doesn't work. Anyway, how are we all?
Very
good. Well, I don't know if you remember me, Graham, but we were on the Canberra waiters.
Who's this?
Steve Walker.
I know Steve. I remember you very well. Wingers
very good. Yeah.
Where are you, Steve?
I am.
He's got the crew bar sign. Oh, have you got?
Yeah, I can see you.
How many pictures have you got, Graham, on the screen?
9.
9. Right, 4, 8. Right, you have to scroll across and you get the next lot.
Oh, okay.
There's only 9, Dave, isn't it? Oh no,
there's 12. There's 13.
There's 13. That's 13. Okay. So, yeah,
I've only got 10 on my
13.
screen.
Did you see Noel's in?
Yeah. Hello, Noel.
Got Noel at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, Noel's
How's the
got the right
have you got Noel? Could you get me a tank of petrol? Send me a can of petrol over.
Send it through the post, Noel, please.
If you send me over some Tyler rolls, I'll send over a few gallons of petrol for you.
Even better. Even better. No, I've got West. Is that move? Graham Witts. Look, Graham, I did see you on a few weeks ago, and I was sorry I was away at the time, and I thought I hope you come back in. Like we see everybody else weekly, but it's good to see it. Yeah, can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Cut it right back. Don't be afraid of it.
Where do you get these expressions from?
You
exactly. That
put it
was,
right back. Don't be afraid. That's what you said to your mum, wasn't it? About a hedge.
It was. I used to help do with my mum's garden, and there was a hedge round the front on the road. And I used to say, people would be walking past, and Mum says, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just cutting the hedge back." I said, "You've got to cut it right back. Cut it right back. Next year,
don't be afraid of that.
All over the gaff. It'll grow right all over the gaff." And my mum used to say, "You sure?" Next year, it was all over the gaff. All over the gaff. All right, my lover. Yeah.
All right, my babber, isn't it? All right, my babber.
Oh, well done, Colin.
We've got Pete Stevens.
Yeah.
All right, my babber.
Colin Doughty.
Yes, matey. Graham, how the devil are you?
Still swapping Christmas cards, aren't we?
We are indeed, yes. Every year.
You're still in Swindon?
Yes, we are, yeah.
Are you in Leicester, Graham?
Hello?
Are you in Leicester?
Yes, still here since we left the ship. Well, yeah, 86 we left. Yeah, been here since then.
Yeah.
Same house.
Did you beat Palace today?
2-2.
No, I don't. I sport a top club, Spurs.
Oh, okay. It's Gizzy then. It's Gizzy.
And they won 2-1, which makes a nice change for them to win.
Who won 2-1?
Leicester drew.
Have you seen Gizzy recently?
Only on here. I saw him like 3 weeks ago. Haven't seen him since. I saw him on here, but haven't seen him since.
No.
He's probably on his way back from Palace now, Gizzy.
Very depressed. They threw away a 2-0 lead again.
Good by you, Brendan. That you were 2-0 down at one point.
I know. The first one was a given. The defender made a real big mistake.
Yes.
The second goal was good.
Charlie,
Brendan, I haven't looked at the result, Brendan. What was the score again?
2-2.
Charlie,
2-2 was it?
Have you got a football team apart from Bermuda United?
Bermuda United. Who's that?
Anyone else, Charlie?
Sorry?
Oh, actually, because you've got family over in the UK near Portsmouth, haven't you? Charlie?
Hey, Tinker.
Hello,
See you there, Tinker.
Brendan saw you.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out why he's not coming up in colour.
He's always been a bit grey. He's always been a bit grey.
It's called old age.
Put him out. Tinker, wheel him out into the garden. Wheel him out into the garden for a few hours there. Put him out into the garden.
As you all know, he's a very colourful character. So
no, it's just the language. Just the language.
It's the language barrier. You're right. Yeah. It's us Europeans and you British.
is there something I can click on, John, to make it come up?
No,
in
it's
colour?
fine. He's fine. He's absolutely wonderful, Tinker.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
Yeah.
We're seeing him in
It's
colour.
not broke on fix it.
Yay.
Hello, Mandy.
Adios.
Mandy.
See you, Tinker.
Lovely to see you all again. Sorry, I've been so delayed in getting back. You won't believe the problem I had getting on tonight because I was making pina colada.
Hi, Mandy. Hi.
But it tastes like absolute shite. So I'm not going to get pissed on that, am I? So I've got my vodka back.
Well done. Hey, Mandy, I'll be the first to notice you've had a nice haircut.
Oh, you smoothie, Dave.
It's always has been for the last however many donkey's years, but thank you.
You've had it just. You've had it just. Or is it because you can't see it
Well,
when you're
if you'd
driving?
seen, I wouldn't have come on yesterday because I was out in that bloody rain yesterday,
Oh,
like a
flipping heck.
bedraggled witch. And I came back and I took all my wet stuff off, got stripped off, and realised I was bird shit all the way down the back of my coat. So I was in a right palaver yesterday, but all is well today. I did bank jobs today, but yeah, all finished for the day.
Well done. Hey, right, hang on, we've got our glasses back on now.
You're looking good, Mandy.
I think we've got Taffy arrived in. He's arrived on the scene. Well done, Taffy.
Hi, Alan.
Evening, Alan.
Why?
Evening, Mandy.
Hey, Taff, how's it going?
Morning.
Oh no.
Got his blanket there. He's all set up for the winter.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got some glamour in tonight as well. Hello, Mandy.
Yeah. And Sue.
Hello, darling.
Where's Sue?
You have 2 bits of totty in tonight, dear.
Hi, Dolly.
I can't see Sue.
I'm here.
Oh, I can see you now. Yeah, lovely.
Who's there with a large sangria?
Yeah.
I hope to catch up with you in a couple of weeks, Sue.
Really?
Yeah.
When are you coming over?
Oh, I'm heading south. I don't know when I'm going to be there, but next Sunday I'm going, and that's it. I'm getting out here.
Well done.
Have you got enough Cala gas, Taffy?
Oh,
don't get him started, John.
We got plenty of Cala gas in the United States, Taffy. If you come here, I'll give you plenty.
Well, John, I have to say, excuse me, for 10 or 15 years now, I've been checking into an app in America where they need mobile homes moved from like Detroit to Seattle. And it's only about $50 a day because you're doing them a favor and they're doing you a favor. So, and I've always wanted to drive through Montana.
Wow.
So you may see me one day yet, John.
If you do that, I hope you've got a gun rack in the back of your pickup.
And a bicycle just in case you get stuck.
Well, I got the granny bike. That'll get me out of trouble.
Is it
He's got a getaway machine.
And we got plenty of snow chains.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you might need some snow chains, Alan. Yeah, yeah.
But Taffy, no one's trying to put you off doing the trip. As long as you've got your snow chains, you've got plenty of gas, you've got a gun rack, and you'll be fine.
And a full tank of fuel.
I nearly done it 2 years ago. I had a plan to go from Ottawa, which I did, down to Niagara Falls, which I did, then I was going to just walk across the border, get on a train, and go to Seattle. And my plan was to track down the colonel's
on his bus.
The colonel's sidekick, who I enjoy very much. He does a great imitation of
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I was going to track him down, and I was going to just walk on the bus.
Yeah, that'd be great.
In my Welsh jersey and everything, and I was just going to surprise. But in the end, I ended up flying from Toronto down to San Francisco. But we only just missed each other then, didn't we, John? Because you were just north of San Francisco visiting your aunt.
Yes, right. Yeah.
But instead, I had a lovely visit with Angelo in his mansion.
Oh my God! Yes.
And I don't know if any of you seen the video, a very short video clip I did of it.
I remember that. Yeah.
But it was fantastic. I couldn't believe it. I drove up to Angelo's house. He told me how to get there, and I was only about 25 minutes away. I was in a hotel on the beach. And I drove up to Angela's house, and I had the camera ready. And it was a bloody big palatial mansion with these gates. And I drove up, and Angelo, I was on the phone with him, I think. And he says, "Oh, Alan, I'll open the gates." And I had the camera, and these bloody big gates opened. And I drove in. He says, "Just drive down the drive." Well, it was like Buckingham Palace. Drive down the drive, and God bless him, we had a lovely afternoon. He was going through some tough times at that time, as most of you remember. But but it was really nice to catch up. And if you ever do go on to Taffy Rogers on on YouTube, you'll find a lovely little video, only a few minutes, called California Dreaming. And
you're advertising in the crew bar, Taffy. We're going to charge you.
Good evening, Stephen.
Because Angelo,
All you've got to say is other videos are available.
Yeah.
Let's say good evening, Stephen down under. I see you've taken your football shirt off.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Hello,
I
Steve.
put it in the bottom. I put it in the bottom drawer tonight.
I should have put my Bristol
Stevie
City
Watts.
one on.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So Taffy, is that mobile homes you're talking about driving?
Yeah.
Yes, they're over there. I wouldn't have one of them massive big ones, but
No, neither would I. But I flew my mum out in about 1988 to join me off the ship in LA. Well, San Diego she flew to. And I booked a motorhome for 3 weeks to tour California. So I booked a compact one thinking, oh, yeah, that'll be fine, not a problem. And do you remember the Princess Hotel at San Diego?
Yes, I stayed there.
So they delivered it there to the car park, and thank the Lord there was no other cars in the car park. It wasn't a compact one at all. It was bloody 27, 30 foot or something. I thought, how am I going to drive this around California with my mum? So I literally spent about 3 hours driving around the car park trying to pack it, and well, anyway, we got on the road. So apart from Death Valley, where the part of the skylights came off because I'd left them open, so I lost them, and then I nearly took the top off in a gas station because I went on the wrong side. So yeah, it was an experience, but yeah, great way to travel.
They do about 6 miles to the gallon, don't they, Mandy?
Oh, I can't remember.
Was that a Winnebago?
Sorry about petrol.
Was it a Winnebago, Mandy? Was it a Winnebago?
It wasn't a Winnebago. No, it was a different brand. I can't remember which one. I've got photos. I'll take them out somewhere. But
yeah, and the silly thing is, in the States, the Class A, which she's talking about, there's Class A and Class C, is 60 foot long, and they don't require a CDL, commercial driver's license, to drive it. So you get these old age pensioners like 90 years old on the bloody road. It's not right. It's not right.
Yeah,
not like
Careful what you're saying about us senior people, John.
Yeah, John. It's not like having to drive a bus, is it, mates?
Well,
there we go. There we go.
A lot of training, Colin.
Right.
Time for a commercial break.
Yeah.
Right.
Commercial break, please. Commercial break.
not bus stories.
The Bus Brothers.
Graham, when you were on last time, I don't think Stevie Watts was on, was he?
No, we exchanged emails. Are you, Steve?
Hey, Graham. How you going, mate?
All right, mate. Yeah, we got contact and drew some strange memories.
Yeah. Yeah, good to see you.
I was going to reply, Steve, to that email you sent, and I've been away for about a week, and I'm back now, so I will get on to it.
Okay.
But
Good one. Good one.
Yours is good. Yours is good.
Look to excellent.
Whereabouts in Sydney do you live?
We live out near Castle Hill.
Near Newcastle now?
No. Just outside Sydney.
Oh, okay.
Near Parramatta.
Yeah.
Near Parramatta, yeah.
Parramatta.
My favourite place, Parramatta.
Taffy's favourite place, Parramatta.
I go to the Leagues Club up there and watch the rugby.
Near the top.
Not far away from us.
About
not
second
from where
row,
we live.
third row down.
Hey, but you two, boy, Graham and Steve Watts, you obviously you were good, really good mates on the Arcadia, because Steve said that you did the great honour of sort of when Steve sort of left the ship quite quickly. You sort of kept cover for him until the ship had sailed out. Is that right?
I did. It was just one of those things you do for your mate.
Yeah, real special.
But mate who's vanished.
I was always jealous because there was two girls we were after. He got Kay, and I tried for the other one. I never got her. And the next thing I knew, Steve ran off up to Newcastle and got married.
As you do.
As you do.
Yeah.
As you do.
No, yeah, well done. Well done.
That was a few years ago, Steve, wasn't it?
It was a few years ago, mate, that's for sure.
It would have been about 78?
77, 78, yeah.
78, yeah. June the 30th.
Tuesday.
June 30th, 78.
I'm
married.
2:30.
Must have been a Tuesday, Steve.
Yeah.
And Steve, is that the picture you took behind you with Witsy on the RSM saying, where the effing hell are you?
I watched it. I waved to him as he sailed out the Higgs.
That's worked twice as hard, didn't I, in that lookout bar?
Yeah, you did that night with Frank. He would have been whipping you.
Graham, we've in the past I've always asked Steve Watts to pronounce the name of the ship, what's behind him. Graham, can you say the name of the ship just to get the accent?
Behind who, Dave?
Behind Steve Watts, sailing under the Sydney Bridge. Begins with A.
Oh, the Arcadia. That's what
do you say?
Arcadia.
Arcadia. And what do you say, Watsy?
Much the same. Arcadia.
It's the pronunciation. We love it.
Yeah. Worlds apart.
Arcadia. Yeah.
Anyway, why don't we have those leagues clubs in England? My God, you can get the biggest, fattest, juiciest fillet steak there and cook it on a hot stone in front of you for about $30 and have a fabulous night out and cheap drinks. They're amazing places.
Great places to go.
Yeah.
I could tell you why, but one of the reasons is my parents, my mother, when I run a working man's club, run by a committee, but my mother and father run it. One of the busiest clubs in Southeast Wales. And when I go to Australia and saw those leagues clubs, I thought, why can't we do this in Britain? And then, having given it a lot of thought over the years, I realized in Britain, you've got so many hands in the pot, making a few bob out of it.
Okay.
Whereas the leagues club virtually are legally, they were set up, all right, they got the poker money coming in, but they were set up, their constitution is, it's more or less a cooperative. So all the money goes back into the club.
Right.
So they can just expand and expand and expand, and it belongs to the members. Whereas you'd be lucky to find any bloody thing that belongs to the ordinary working man in this country. Right, that's me, that's finished.
All right. Going back to Super Tarts, similar to the Crew Club Fun then.
What Crew Club Fund?
The Super Tarts Fund.
David, remember, all of the money from the fruit machines with P&O went to P&O.
It's all
Stunned silence there. Did you notice?
Everyone's taking that in for a minute.
It is fruity thinking still.
How many drinks has he had?
I don't know.
Soon his Wi-Fi cut out.
There was no handbag.
Change the subject.
You should have told that joke at the end of the crew bar.
Oh yeah, Colin, are you all right for
No, I haven't got one. No, not
I've got
thinking
one.
about it.
I've got one.
I could finish
Not yet.
Dave, I could finish my driving test joke off at the end of the show, if you like, at the end of the crew bar.
All right.
Because I got to tell you that
yeah.
this blank, apparently I've been running around for the last few weeks without any salt, hardly any salt in my body. That's why I didn't turn up last week. And I've had like a brain fuzz. I haven't been able to grab hold of any information, and I haven't been able to get anything done. It's complicated.
Sounds like you're still having a problem, Taffy.
You're a terrible girl, but a very brave girl, Mandy. To actually take your mum on holidays in America in a camper van, you're a brave girl.
Brave or something else, I don't know. But yeah, we did Sequoia, Yosemite, Death Valley, Palm Springs. But that was scary driving.
Was you allowed back in the States after that, Mandy?
Was I what? Sorry?
Was you allowed back in the States after that?
Yeah, that was in my more gentle years, I have to say.
We just had a message from Gizzy. He says he's just got back from London now, so he's apologised for not being in. Whether he'll come in, I don't know, but he's just got back from London. And other messages we did have. One was from Bobo. He's always on tour. Well, he's in Cyprus now, but he might not be able to make it. He's got a dinner date tonight. Is his girlfriend over there? Is his girlfriend in Cyprus?
It's his sister. But I tell you what, I don't tell jokes, but because Colin's on here and someone did mention it, am I allowed to mention one bus story?
You could go, John. Go.
Yeah.
Okay, but Mrs. Kling, and she is a superhero, and she'll kill me. She's upstairs in the office, and she'll hear me say this, and she will give me a bollocking for doing this. So anyway, this was years ago. I'm in downtown. Actually, I'm in the university district, and in those days, as today, people come on without paying, right? So this bum come on. He walked right by me, didn't pay, went to the back of the bus. And what your policy is, you don't make a fuss about it. You just carry on, right? I went downtown, busy as hell. Then went out to Rainier Valley, which is a minority district. And by that time, I come to the end of the run to a terminal. And I stopped the bus. It was a 60-foot electric bus. And I thought the bus was empty. But I started smelling something. And I'd forgotten all about this. This guy got on like half an hour ago. I go back to the back of the bus, the bendy bus, and this guy is lying down. And I told this story at a dinner party one time, and I got killed for doing it. This guy was lying down in a pool of basically diarrhea.
So you told that at a dinner party?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised they're upset with you at a dinner party, John.
Just hear me out. So he's asleep. So I give him the boots, and I open the back door and I kick him off. I said, get the F out of here. But then I got to call this in, right? This is where it gets funny. I get on the radio and I say, this is 7 number 6, whatever it was. And the guy said, what's going on? I said, well, we got a problem. And I forgot the word. The word is defecates, right? I forgot that. So I said, well, this guy has gone big time number 2. And so the guy says, well, can you put a paper towel over it? I said, no. I said, this bus is going to get out of service. So I couldn't remember the word defecate. So that's my bus story.
Oh, okay.
Were you on your prawn cocktail when you were telling them this, John? Or
I forget, but it's
probably the chocolate mousse.
Sticky toffee pudding.
That's the one and only bus story you'll get out of me.
Yeah. Hey, and I do believe, Johnny, that you're going on the Grand Princess, the Regal Princess.
Yeah, the Regal Princess on December 9th. It's a 4-day cruise like you guys, but it stops at the Grand Turks, Caribbean island. Yeah.
Wow.
Have to see if our mates are on there, Dave.
Yes. Yeah. Captain John.
I see P&O are resuming. I know someone who's going in a few weeks' time on a 12, 13 night cruise down to Spain and into the Med.
What on
Yeah, I saw there's one advertised going down that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Britannia. Yeah.
Yeah. So was it which one was started its first cruise today? It was the it begins with A. What was it called?
Avia.
Which
Aurora.
One? Aurora.
Avia.
Aurora. I think the P&O one was Aurora. I think it's got passengers. I think it was today.
The new ship's called Avia or something. ARVIA.
No, this is one of the older ones that's come.
Yeah, that's not out yet, Graham. That comes that's still being built.
I was always ahead of my time.
Charlie, have they started Caribbean cruising?
No, not down this way yet.
All right.
Not yet.
Well, out of Miami and Fort Lauderdale, they have, Brendan.
I just wonder because they call into Bermuda, don't they? So
they do. They get the occasional visit, but they haven't had any. It's keeping a low profile. We've got high numbers here with the COVID at the moment. So
really,
yeah.
I mean, the businesses must have suffered terribly on the island, Charlie, with
restricting.
With the ship.
Yeah.
A lot of them closed and
shut down. Yeah, shut down. Gone out of business completely.
Wow.
So everyone's looking forward to next year.
And how do they? I mean, are they furloughed? I mean, what has the Bermudian government done to help?
There are some people furloughed, but a lot of people are completely on their own. If you haven't got the ways and means, that's it. You're in trouble. Yeah.
They're lifting all the restriction in Australia, aren't they, Steve?
Sorry?
They're lifting all the restrictions in Australia?
Yeah, should be next weekend on the 11th of October, Freedom Day. Yeah, we should be, or New South Wales should be at 70% double vaxxed. And so, yeah, we're going to be released.
Stephen,
yeah.
Another question, actually, obviously, with Graham being with you. Is that picture behind you, is that Graham with the girlfriend that he had at the time?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
She seems a bit of a
looks like Adolf Hitler.
Graham, is that
Graham, you pulled. You pulled, mate.
She's a bit wooden, though, she was.
That was your girlfriend, wasn't it, Graham?
Yes. Steve pulled a better one.
I saw him with worse, I tell you.
You couldn't carry her off the ship.
That's not the same one that was on Sea Princess outside the carousel bar, is it?
That's the same
one. Could be.
Oh, she's been around. She's been around.
Graham, sorry to butt in. I've got to ask you, did you go out with my cabin mate, Jenny?
Sorry, Maddie, I didn't catch that.
I worked with you on the Oriana in 1980, I think. Did you go out with my cabin mate, Jenny?
Life's sweetest reward. Let it flow.
Yes.
Yes,
I did.
You are, for goodness sake.
Were you in the shops, Mandy, then?
No, I was PRS then with Jenny. I shared a cabin with her.
Yeah, I remember her, from Guernsey.
I'm not, no.
No, she was.
Might have been.
Yeah, she's from Guernsey.
Well have been. No, I was in the Stern Gallery with Mick Callow and Jimmy McIntyre.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy McIntyre, yeah.
A few of the other odds and sods.
I worked in the Stern with Ron Wilson.
Yes, yeah.
I was behind the bar at the time.
Stern Gallery.
Absolutely mad, busy bar, but great, good dosh.
Oh, yes, mad hours. But I think I might have photos of you somewhere.
I shared a cabin with Sparrow.
Oh, Sparrow. Yes. Yeah.
So you mentioned Jimmy Mackin's.
Is that
Yo.
Graham behind you? The picture?
Yes. Yes.
Good Lord.
It is.
Oh, I remember you, Graham.
You do?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I remember you. I recognise you straight away.
It's been a while.
So Steve's behind Steve. That's it.
Yeah, but you were on looking at the screen. You were on Steve's left.
Yeah, I'm the one in the middle.
That was his girlfriend.
Lucky you.
Gracious.
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah,
It's stirring up some good memories.
Yeah.
What did you do on there, Taff, then?
I was assistant barman to Jimmy McIntyre.
Oh, lucky you.
Did you get promotion?
It's strange because I ended up I got out of there for various reasons, but I went West Coast, and Andy Hiscox followed me out West Coast. But he was the bar manager.
Yes.
Just after the cleanup, if you like, when they were trying to clean things up after the
event
McIntyre business, and I went out the West Coast, and Andy Hiscox followed me out. It was rather nice. Really.
Pacific Princess.
Yes, Pacific. Yeah. I
went out there Pacific about 81, probably.
Yeah, I was there 83 till 88, and I was on. I had been on there before, but I only done one trip on there. They didn't require my presence for very long out there. It's probably the only. I remember the wording. The wording was he has a lazy and indifferent attitude towards his work. I think what they meant was he was pissed all the time.
That described half the crew.
Question for Noel. No, the other week you said obviously you'd worked with Dougie Williams on the Canberra in the main bar for a long period of time. Was it your decision to then say, look, I just fancied going out to the West Coast, or had you had your time was done on the Canberra by then?
No, it was my choice. I wanted to go to the West Coast, and what happened was I was on leave from the Canberra, and I'd written a letter to head office, and I'd like to go to the West Coast, and I had 2 weeks leave while the Canberra was in dry dock, and I think in them days you got a telegram or something to say you're going to the West Coast, but it won't be for a month. So I had to fly back to Southampton, get my stuff off to Canberra, and go home again. And they covered me, and I stayed in the Merchant Navy Hotel in Southampton, and that's how I left. So
yeah.
I just wanted to go to the West Coast because everybody told me it was the place to go before you left the sea. Go to the West Coast.
Land of milk and honey.
Noel and I both flew out at the same time to Vancouver, didn't we, Noel?
Yeah, because we were in Southampton. I remember, Colin, we had to go down and meet Mr. Shepherd in the Southampton office. We had to get her measurements for her white jackets.
Yes. Waste of time.
Yeah. But I remember, poor Dougie Williams, he's passed on now, Lord rest him. But I remember, because Mr. Shepherd, is Mr. Shepherd still alive, is he?
Don't know.
I don't think so. The Hatchet Man, he was known as.
Anyhow,
Eric the Axe.
But Dougie, I was in the main bar with Dougie, and Shepherd came in and he upset Dougie. Dougie challenged him to go out onto the deck opposite me.
No, did he?
I couldn't say that now, but he did, you know.
I never knew what Eric Shepherd's actual job title was.
Enforcer.
Was it? Pardon?
He was deputy hotel services manager.
Yeah, And Peter Motion was Peter Motion.
That's right. Peter Motion was the senior, and Eric was over
the
him.
senior, and Eric was too.
And
Okay.
Bob Houston.
And John, it was Bob Houston.
Bob Houston, yeah.
Bob Houston, and then it was Eric, and then it was Morris Onslow.
Yeah.
Morris. Oh.
Morris Onslow, yeah.
I think Morris Onslow was under Bob Houston, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but Eric, when
if
I first
anybody
joined,
if anybody actually remembers what Peter Motion looked like, he
Yeah, I do.
always looked to me like he should be tied up in rubber and spanked.
Did you ever tell him that, Colin?
Why.
Nice.
It just looked like that. I don't know.
Do any of you remember the time on the Sun Princess when Dad had been acting as union convener, but the union wanted a proper union convener on board? No, I'd been sort of doing any union business, I think, as club chairman, but the union come on board and wanted a proper union convener, which I think Dad took on at that time. But we had Peter Motion come out just before that. John Young was a captain, I think, and he wanted to come down to the mess to chat with everybody. And I think it was early on in the time of Sun Princess, and John Young said wanted to bring him down, so I put a notice up and everybody was there. So I had to go on and introduce Peter Motion. So I said, a lot of you, I said, often wonder, or often think, I said, that we're out here in London or Southampton office forget about us. I said, but we are here and we work hard, or words to that effect. And Peter Motion came on and he said, well, he said, it sounds as if I'm not doing my job properly. So John Young said to me when I came off, he said, well said. He said, that was well said. But I can't remember exact words, but I know I sort of run him down a bit unintentionally, actually. I didn't mean it to come out like that, but he wasn't very happy with what I said. But anyway, that was...
I bet you got a round of applause from everybody else, though. Did you get a round of applause for that, John? It was a great...
Probably, yeah.
That's something like Bob Geldof would say, like, you know, give me the money or fuck off.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I just ask a question? Actually, is it okay to show pictures of ex-girlfriends on here? I'm not for mine, but you know.
Anybody.
I've just been rooting around in my photo box.
Yeah. Good gracious.
Is that's you and Jenny?
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you can send me the picture, Mandy, I'll post it on the.
It will go no further than the internet.
Okay. That's all right then. That's the only one. There's Monkey Bar.
Yeah. Monkey Bar. Lovely.
Wasn't that on Facebook recently?
On here, does it? That's Andy Stageman. There's Jenny behind Andy, and that funny little.
Is that Wendy in there?
I can't remember his name. Wendy's there.
Steve Hayden, Mrs.
Yeah.
Oriana. That was me.
Oh, lovely.
There we go.
Nice one, Mandy.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Well, look, that I just found that in this box here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through the whole lot. Don't worry. On the floor for now.
Yeah, but Mandy, as Colonel said, those ones you've just put up, if you're happy to put them through to Colonel, then we can have get a better view of them on the on screen.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yes, we can do that.
Life's sweetest reward. Let it flow. It floats back to you.
Brilliant. This is even better.
Oh, and I just found another one by chance when I got baptized in the River Jordan. How funny is that?
Yeah.
They made us wear these white robes. That was on the Pacific Princess 85, and they made us put these robes on. We didn't have a change of clothing, so we could come out the water and they're completely see-through.
Guys who did the baptisms weren't stupid, were they?
I just went on a tour with Pauline. She was a PRS, and I think she became a social hostess, but the taxi driver said, oh, we've got to go down here. We've got to go and, have a look at the River Jordan. So we did. Yeah, great, no problem. And then this pilgrimage, coachload of pilgrims from Pennsylvania. And the guy who was bringing them was the brother of Lee Majors, the $1 Million Man.
Oh, yeah, remember him.
And he really looked exactly like him with the big piercing blue eyes. But anyway, he said, come and join us, but you have to go and put on one of these robes. Like, okay, no problem. Off we went, got baptized. I really don't know why, because, yeah, anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, I was on PP.
Good idea at the time.
Yeah. Well, it is
Well done.
Sunday, so we can talk about baptisms. Anyone else baptized today, or Or...
No, last week.
What do you mean to church?
It's bar mitzvah for me. Is that all right?
Oh, absolutely. Tears to my eyes.
Well,
I just can't stop
my
saying
life
praise.
already. What are you talking about?
What was it?
I got baptized in San Miguel last night.
Good one.
Well, I watch Songs of Praise every week. Does that count?
Yes, it does.
Only if you sing along.
No, but I really enjoy it. It takes me back almost to Harry Seacombe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Holy Communion. Here we go.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to share what these secrets with Harry Seacombe were, Taffy?
No, he was just a good Swansea boy. Good Swansea boy, Harry Seacombe.
Good voice on him.
Yeah, he had a wonderful talent, really, and he was compared.
He was one of the goons, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
It was a different era.
Harry Seacombe, Peter Sellers, Spike Milligan,
Michael Bentine.
Michael Bentine.
Yeah.
Ying dong, ying dong, ying dong, ying dong, ying dong, ying dong, dong.
Oh my God!
Hey, that was good.
My God!
Who was that? What was the one he said? He said, "Turn the knob on your side." He said, "I haven't got a knob on my side."
Oh, they were brilliant.
There's many classics.
Charming.
I took my nephew, a little 9-year-old, up to London and with his mother as a thank you for looking after me some years back, about 6-7 years back. And I got him. We were in Horse Guards Parade where the Queen is every year, trooping the colour. And I used to work just around the corner from there. So I took them there to show them and everything. And my niece filmed us doing I'm walking backwards for Christmas. And we were doing it, and this kid was just going, what the? It was great fun.
To where he lives.
If you go on to, who's got an Alexa? Everybody got Alexa?
No.
Haven't you got Alexa? Why not? Dear oh me. Even I've got one. Dear oh me. If you got Alexa, Alexa will play you the Goons on a Sunday afternoon. Just ask.
Go on then, Colin.
Is it on at the moment? You can do it from your end, Colin.
Yeah, go on, just ask her.
What?
Yeah.
Say again. Ask her, Alexa. Yeah.
Just we'll hear yours.
She's in the other room. I can't get to her.
Well, what sort of Alexa is that? Well, she's a lazy man.
Hang on. I said to
walk.
I said to her the other day that made me laugh. I said, Alexa, how are you today? And she came back with, I'm fine, thank you. She actually said that. I'm not kidding.
Oh, Alan, what you got it on there?
You got an Alexa, Alan, yeah?
It's got a phone on.
Yeah. Is that?
There's nobody got an Alexa. Come on. I'm the oldest house here.
I hear it, Alan.
You lot haven't got an Alexa.
Colonel, have you got Alexa? Can you get her involved?
We have 5 Alexas in our house.
5?
There you go.
Bloody hell, they're breeding life.
Yeah, but if I ask Alexa to do it, she won't understand the Goons because it's an American Alexa.
Oh, a
Okay.
Yankee Alexa.
Yeah.
Well, tell her to ask Alexa in the UK what the heck they're doing.
Ask Alexa to connect you to BBC. BBC Sounds.
Oh yeah. Oh, hang
That's what you need to do, John.
There was the one where they said they were going to. The Harry Scotsman said we're going to go. We're going to go north and attack the English, and they said, "Well, it's south, isn't it? We're going to go south." And he said, "No, we're going to go around the world and creep up behind them."
Oh, I can hear Alexa.
They're very funny. Very funny.
Yeah. It will. Right. Colonel.
Yeah.
Is that Alexa?
No.
No, it's Louise commenting in the background.
Is that your Alexa called Louise?
No, she's quoting the Goons. Louise loves the Goons. She thinks they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, bring her on. Let's meet Louise and hear from the woman herself.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to get a visitor.
I was just quoting one of the Goons is that you're a sailor and sailors don't care.
Okay.
And was that a life-size Alexa there that just appeared?
Yes, it was actually.
You should rename your Alexa Louise.
Why have we got one in every room?
Because Alex is also our daughter.
Oh.
Alexandria.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
But that could get awkward when you start demanding she do things. Then.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Especially if she's 30.
Especially if she's 30 years old now.
Right. She's police. She in the police, isn't she?
Why am I upside down?
Yes, she is indeed.
Oh, Steve's upside down. Hello.
Alex.
Why am I upside down, John?
Why is Steve Walker standing on his head?
I don't know, Steve. I don't know.
Calling.
Alex is a detective in
That's
CID.
better, Steve. There you go.
Am I back
Did
again?
everybody get that?
Yeah, you're back.
You're back.
Did everybody get that? Alex is a detective in CID.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Colin, does she still do Irish dancing?
No, she stopped that now.
Right.
She hasn't done that for some years now.
Yeah.
But she used to love doing that, and that was
Oh,
brilliant. It was
Hey,
she came to my 50th.
Graham, we saw her
Yeah.
performing, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
She
Yeah,
used to
Dave was
tap
there.
dance, didn't she, Colin? Yeah, she
Pardon?
had to give it up because she kept falling in the sink.
Oh.
Tap dancing, yes. Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Don't mention handbag tour, Colin, wherever you do.
Oh no, not a word. Not a word.
No dancing around the handbag.
I have told her the story though about the Japanese guy. I was in the horse box on the Sun Princess. Okay,
yeah.
so everybody knows the horse box if you've been on the Sun. And this Japanese guy came up with a Princess Patter in his hand, and he said, "Oh, hello, I want a Pina Colada." So I made him the drink and put it in front of him and all that, and he said, "I said that'd be $1.50, please," and he said, "Huh?" I said, "That'll be $1.50, please." Huh? I said, "That'll be $1.50, please." Oh, okay, thank you. I put the R's instead of an L, and it worked.
Yeah.
True story, that is true.
Now you're a linguist, Colin.
A cunning linguist.
Yeah.
A cunning linguist.
Yes.
Oh,
Steady.
Pina colada. I'll tell you what, you can have this one for 50 cents. It's absolute rubbish. It's absolute rubbish.
But I said that right. I said $1.50. How much are they now when they're cruising?
Oh,
$15.
Probably $150.
Well, I don't know.
No.
Right, Louise and I went on a weekend jaunt into London a couple of weeks ago, and we were staying at a Novotel in Greenwich.
Classy.
And no, it's okay, nice little hotel. It was okay, not a problem. We got back from our day out and all that, stopped in the bar for a drink. Louise had a large gin and tonic. What did I have? Oh, I had a large glass of red wine. How much do you think it was?
20 quid. 20 quid.
Right, that's so close. 19.50. £19.50. I was shocked. Oh, right, well.
I think you were striped, Colin.
I beg your pardon?
I think you were striped.
You think I was striped? Yes. I think you're right, Graham. Yes. God, I haven't heard that expression for years. Striped.
Striped.
No, I would say, Colin, I'd say, Colin, the average price of cocktails on cruise ships, and the boys can tell you, a beer in US dollars is about $7 or $8.
Wow.
A standard drink like a screwdriver would be about 12, and something fancy could be up to $13, $14.
Wow.
That's why they're doing these all-inclusives now, aren't they?
Princess the other week, I think a pina colada was about $11.75.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go.
Was
yeah.
it really? Oh, would it be?
Yeah.
But we're on the
What about on your
so it
ship,
didn't really
Dave?
matter.
What about on your ship, Dave?
All freebies.
It's all free.
All included.
All inclusive. Yeah, all inclusive.
Yeah, we were on the all-inclusive, so.
Now,
What about a Harvey Warbanger?
Louise and I went to New York. How many years ago, dear? 2021st birthday, I think it was. Yeah, and I couldn't believe how much we were paying for a round of drinks. It was like $150. There was me, Stuart.
Yeah, one of those was Diet Coke.
And one of those was a Diet Coke.
Blimey. Yeah, well,
That was New York in 2015.
Wasn't there a cocktail? I can't remember if it was. Was there a cocktail called a Freddy Fudd Pucker?
Yes, that's a Harvey Warbanger made with tequila.
Ah.
So about the Harvey Warbangers, do you remember that porno film we had years ago on the old Sun Princess called Barbara Broadcast? Probably not. You remember your favourite salad dressing number 17 though at Bean
17.
Number 17.
Well, that's where it came from, but how that all happened was this film, it was a full-length film. It was about 2 hours, I think, but there was a story behind it. And there was 3 authors, women authors, that come into this restaurant, got a table booked, but the 4th one hadn't arrived. So the waiter comes up and takes her order. Oh, when they go in, they're walking past the buffet, and there's this big ice carving of a... And they walk past all this, plus 1 or 2 other things on this buffet. And they sit down, so the waiter comes up and starts taking the order. So they said, oh, well, so-and-so, she'll be coming later. She'll have some salad with number 17 dressing. So he takes all this down, comes back. And in the meantime, this other woman comes in and sits down with them, and they're chatting. The waiter comes up, puts these beautiful presented dishes in front of them, starters and this cocktail and salad all in the ice bowls and all the rest of it as they do. And he said, oh, number 17 dressing. She said, yes. So he takes his cocktail.
I muted him.
Colonel's muting.
Yes. You know why Colonel's muting? Because he's seen it.
He's got a copy of it.
Let's ring out Johnny.
John,
you can unmute him now,
do
John.
some more visuals because we can't hear you. A bit more visual.
Okay.
Look, Colonel's getting into his auditing mode, editing mode. All right.
I never saw that film, but I do remember it because Sherry said she watched it in the officers' mess room.
Yeah.
With a load of officers.
But how that came about, I think Bob Ellingham was, no, was it on one of, I think it was, I'm not sure who the deputy captain was at the time, came down, saw me in McGavin, and he said, have you ever thought about getting porno movies? So I said, "Oh," I said, "the captain wouldn't like that." It was JY at the time. He said the captain suggested it. So he said, "As long as you put it on at midnight and advertise it, it says so that the women don't go down and into their cabins and put the television on unexpectedly," sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think most of them were down there before it started anyway. But and then in the mess room, when this was coming on at midnight, it used to be midnight Sundays, I think it was. And you get all the, especially the Chinese, will be all up there in the front, all the fitters and everybody sat in the front ready for this film to come on. So I used to get paper napkins and go out and hand them all round.
Oh,
no. Come on, Dave, close one.
Right.
Sorry, John, if I embarrassed you.
No. Hey, well, look, thanks for that, Super Tart. Great. That's. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight now. Nick. Now, ladies,
not playing
gentlemen,
tense, will you?
The traffic lights are on, and I'm afraid, and look, Charlie's already started to wave. Thanks, Charlie.
No problem.
Right, we'll all start waving, and
see you next week.
We'll put the music. All right.
What about
Graham?
Graham,
have you got an email address?
Yes.
Fruity's
hold on a second.
Fruity's got it
with Oscar for the.
Who's got it?
Dave Trainer.
Oh, Steve Fruity's got it. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Fruity.
My email address.
Graham's email address.
I've got Graham's. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Right.
Can I just
for tomorrow, Fruity?
I'd just like to say a special thank you to seeing Graham. I haven't seen him for years. Graham, it's so good to see you, mate.
It's lovely to see everybody.
Angie, all right? Is she? Angie,
yes,
okay?
she's fine. Yeah.
And children,
reminiscences.
all the kids as well.
Yeah, all well.
Good.
Jenny,
glad to hear it. Glad to hear
Jenny,
it.
all right?
Jenny. Which Jenny? Mandy's friend.
Yeah.
I've got a daughter called Jenny. Yeah, I haven't seen her for Jenny for years. Other Jenny.
Yeah.
Don't
And
particularly want to.
all your girlfriends, Graham, are they all right as well?
Yeah, she's listening in the background. Stop it.
I'm just in the middle of scanning photographs at the moment, so I've muted myself.
You're trying to give the Colonel some work to do, aren't you, David?
I don't think there's going to be much of this programme left to broadcast.
All right.
10 minutes at least.
So look, everybody start waving.
No, Dave, you haven't told about
Oscar's production
Take
tomorrow.
Catch up with the email.
Continuation of the P&O
Good one.
history.
Yeah,
It's
good.
been
Have a good week, everybody.
Hard work with
Nice to see everybody. See you again when we get on next week.
All right.
Everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay, Dave, you tried.
Graham. Oh.
You tried.
Oh, we're drinking and we're dancing and the band is really happening and the Johnny Walker wisdom running high. And my very sweet companion, she's the angel of compassion. She's rubbing half the world against her thigh. And we're dancing and the band is really happening and the Johnny Walker wisdom running high.
Hello, everyone. This is Oscar from Ollie's Pocket with Oscar Tales. P&O, the Bombay route. P&O had a big rival for the Bombay route, and although they had the Calcutta route, the shorter route to Bombay was what they wanted. This route was held by charter by the huge East India Company, a big rival of P&O. The East India Company had been granted a charter in the year 1600 by Queen Elizabeth I and given the monopoly on trade beyond the Cape of Good Hope and Cape Horn. Powerful and wealthy and influential, it became even more powerful when given the right to annex land and make deals in India. It also built a number of forts, had its own private army, and owned civil and criminal courts, and in actual fact, in reality, it governed India. Its influence had waned during the 19th century, and it was finished off by the Indian Mutiny of 1857, when its troops were so fed up with their bad, autocratic, bad treatment that they rebelled. The company was finished off and running of India was taken over by the Crown and British authorities and became part of the ever-spreading British Empire. P&O had tried to tender for Bombay service, in which the East India Company had the monopoly, in 1849, followed by 3 more unsuccessful tenders, but achieved its goal on the 26th of February 1852, and the East India Company gave up the route to P&O. New builds of greater capacity ships was to follow over the next few years for the India service. New ships were built including Himalaya, Simla, Colombo, Manila, Kandia, Ripon, Raja and Dubia. All these steamers were requisitioned in 1855 by the government for military service during the Crimean War and caused real problems with the mail service to Australia. This resulted in the contract for the service to be given to the newly formed company, European and Australian Royal Mail Service Company. P&O regained the contract in 1856 when the Simla was released from war service to the Crimea. She started off the reacquired mail contract service to Australia, followed by other steamers as they were released from war service. When the Suez Canal opened in 1869, the British authorities refused to let the mails go through the canal, as it was a provision in the contract that the mail would go by P&O overland route from Alexander to Suez. This awkward arrangement of the mail going overland while the ship passengers and cargo went through the canal lasted until 1874, when a new mail contract was signed between the British government and P&O. So then the overland route was once and for all abandoned. The subsequent rebuilding of the fleet with 17 much larger ships to carry far more cargo then commenced. Some of the ships were as follows: Elora, 1,574 gross tons; Peshawar, that's 1871, 3,782 gross tons; Cathay, 1872, 2,984 gross tons, and Hydaspes, 1872, 2,984 gross tons, to name a few. Slightly later, Sumatra was acquired from a Spanish company to help with the service. With all its mail contracts and such good reputation as the company to travel to India on, meant that many colonial government officials and Indian Army officers, plus also the general travelling public, chose P&O as the ships of choice to travel to India. Well, that's all, folks, for this week. From Oscar. Oh, and always remember,